Program. High Desert Broadcasting is not responsible for the views or claims expressed in this program.
Good morning. You're listening to AVNewsCast.com on News Talk 1380.
Morning.
You know, today's a really good day.
Yeah, it is.
It's a really good day. Around 8:30, we should have Michael Stein live in studio.
Michael Stein!
Yeah.
I don't know if he's listening right now, but I'll tell you something really funny. Is there were folks going to Amadak this morning.
Yeah.
Early.
That's
Okay? Before the doors open. Okay?
Come on.
And yeah, and I said, hi. They said hi. I said, what can I help you with? Nothing. Is Michael here? I'm like, no. I thought he was going to be here. I said, no. And he says, I'm on my way to work. I thought I would just drop in and meet him.
Amazing.
He's got groupies.
Okay.
Where's our groupies?
Right. No
How come he gets them?
Yeah. Where's the knock on the studio doors?
Yeah.
Where's the voice of reason? Send her out.
I thought that was really kind of funny.
Wow.
We're going to bring on somebody live in just a minute. Mm-hmm. Last night in Cal City, they had a vote last night, City Council, and they voted to adopt their own Operation Boo ordinance.
Okay.
Which effectively is going to put all registered sex offenders on lockdown for Halloween.
I just can't find a problem with that.
I don't either.
As much as I try to, I've tried to be open-minded about that and try to find a flaw or a problem or something. I can't.
I don't have a problem, but let's bring on Michelle Egberts because she's going to have a problem.
Of course.
All right. Michelle, are you there?
Good morning, Steve.
Good
Hi,
morning.
Michelle.
How are you?
Michelle.
Hi, Angelina. Hi, Jeff. How are you?
We're good.
Okay, so you've got to give me kudos because I did predict it. I did, okay? I said they would do it. It's not L.A. County. It's a whole different world.
Oh, Kern
and they're
County
doing
is
it. Okay?
Kern County is a different entity in itself.
It is.
It is.
What's the big deal, though? It's only Halloween. They don't do Halloween.
Because it's based on myths and not facts. Just
okay. But even if it makes a mother feel better that there won't be any, if everyone's complying and there won't be any registered sex offenders on the street on Halloween, it might make a mother feel a little better.
What's wrong with a little peace of mind?
Well, I understand that.
Even unfounded. I mean, I hear about people going to Mexico for shark cartilage treatments and stuff for cancer.
I understand that.
Even if it's just the placebo effect.
I understand that. However, if we even had one case, nationwide on a Halloween night where a child was sexually assaulted,
I'm sure we do.
I could see that. No, we do not.
Come on.
But you know what?
No,
but you know what?
Even
I wish there was
Councilwoman
internet
Betancourt.
in this place. I'm telling you.
Pardon?
I said I wish there was internet in this place because I'd love to just do a Google search. Because, I mean, come on.
Even Councilwoman Betancourt, when I dealt with Palmdale. Yes. She concurred
But like we said, if it's about peace of mind of one parent, why not do it? I mean, they did do a horrible deed when they committed this.
Wait a second. Not all of these offenders had child offended crimes.
Yes, I understand that.
Not one. And number two, I have a problem with an inaccurate staff report, which I did email to you, Steve.
Okay, and you know what? And I have it here, and I'm bringing it up.
What is it?
He's perusing.
Well, he's trying.
He's got to find some opposite poles.
In the age of technology.
He was all over the place in that report. And actually, I spoke up on many issues. Number one, I introduced our organization, to California City, who we were, what we're trying to accomplish, how we want to help them.
And they didn't care.
Pardon?
And they didn't care, right?
Oh, no, I got a request from the commander, actually, to contact him.
Okay.
Well,
oh, yes.
Yeah, commander's got to do that.
And then the city attorney, he wants to discuss after the decision was made. But it was very hard for me because, like in the city of Lancaster, there was a council person who was affected by sexual assault, but it was by a family member, on a family member.
Okay.
And so it goes into prevention and intervention and educating them. And, I mean, not everything can be taken care of in 3 minutes of time. And they did allow me extra time. But my heart does go out to him and to his family and what he went through. However, when we do sit in that capacity of a councilman or council person, okay, we sit there as a neutral individual. And discussing this topic was very difficult for him. We don't bring our emotion in as an elected official.
No emotion.
Okay, but
How can
you
you expect anybody not to? There's no human being out there that can't. You can't expect somebody
I understand that, but you can't bring in personal feelings. You can't.
Okay, and I get that, but you know what? What they said last night in part of the staff report was that registered sex offenders pose a problem to little kids.
Problem.
Huh?
Show me the problem. Where's the problem? I mean, if you want to get specific, where's the problem in Cal City?
All they're saying is it runs a risk.
Yeah,
okay?
they want peace of mind.
It runs a risk for the same reason. Look, California is passing some of the most stringent gun control laws in the nation, okay?
And they should.
In the nation. Hold on a second, okay? Because, just a second, okay? Because we know that limiting a magazine down to 10 rounds from 20 is not going to put an end to whatever. But they feel that maybe it will make things safer, and it could possibly save one person's life. So that's what California's doing. So if they're going to go ahead and do that, you know what? Telling registered sex offenders in California City that they're on lockdown on Halloween is fine with me.
Yep.
Yeah, it is fine.
I have no issue with that, and the residents in Cal City, I'm sure, don't have an issue with that.
You would be surprised. There was a lot of people that were opposed to it last night.
You're kidding me.
No, I'm not.
Were they all registered sex offenders?
Right.
No.
Did you bring them with you, Michelle?
What was that, Angelina?
Did you bring them with you?
No. They showed up.
And they were opposed to it. Why?
They didn't know what they were talking about.
Oh, yes, they did. A couple of them were local business owners.
They sell candy. Why would you want to be opposed to that? You know?
Why would I want to be opposed to it?
Yeah, why would a resident have a problem with putting a registered sex offender on Halloween night on lockdown so their 4-year-old child can't knock on his door?
One of the individuals that spoke said it's the parents' responsibility to escort their children during Halloween.
Yeah.
Okay. During the trick or treating, that was one thing that was said. Number two, the other thing that was said was we have Megan's website right there. Locate the sex offenders and make sure that you don't go to their addresses.
Unbelievable. If you put a red X on their door, that'll help out.
So the onus is on the parents.
Simi Valley got sued behind that. And that's the one that they went after. You know, they modeled after Simi Valley. And the city attorney and I are going to speak here probably today about this ordinance because there is a penalty assessed to it.
Okay.
And, however, the ordinance was not approved through the district attorney's office.
All right. Hang on. We're going to take a quick break, Michelle, and we'll be right back. Michael Stein just walked in. Michael, good morning.
Hey,
good morning.
All right, so stand by. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back. You're listening to the #1 news talk radio program in the Antelope Valley, AVNewsCast.
Comes to News Talk 1380 every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday morning from 8 to 9. Discover what's news in the Antelope Valley.
This isn't your grandpa's talk radio.
No, it's not. We're going to be live, edgy, and we're not going to pull any punches. Hi, this is Jeff Sheldon from AVNewsCast.com. Join me and my co-host Steve Benson live on News Talk 1380 AM every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday morning from 8 to 9. We're taking all the technology from AVNewsCast.com and bringing it to News Talk Radio 1380. You can catch us on the radio and watch our live video stream on your computer or smartphone. So call in and let's talk about what's affecting you in the Antelope Valley.
My name is Gene. I am an 85-year-old patient of Dr. Brewster at Boulevard Dental. I have been afraid of the dental office since my experience in the Navy in World War II. A friend recommended Dr. Brewster and sedation dentistry. Well, it works. I have had the best dental experience and no memories of them. Do yourself a favor, lose the fear, and save your teeth. Call Dr. Brewster at Boulevard Dental. You will be glad you did.
This is Dr. Reed Brewster from Boulevard Dental Group. Don't let fear stop you from obtaining regular dental care. Please give us a call at Boulevard Dental Group, 947-7737.
Welcome back to AVNewsCast.com on News Talk 1380.
Hey, Michelle, are you still with us?
Yes.
Okay. As I was saying, I don't have a problem with it. Michael just walked in. I want to ask Michael
I don't know who Michael is.
Okay. Michael Stein. Michael Stein is a businessman. Owns Abidak. He is a businessman. He is also a father.
Of two
has
girls.
2 kids.
We've never heard those two things before.
Right. And, taking somebody's opinion that actually hasn't been going back and forth like you and I have for months on this. Michael, what do you think about a city having an ordinance that locks down registered sex offenders on Halloween night so they cannot pose a risk to kids?
Well, I don't like to share my political opinions because I'm under the stupid assumption that people will love me. But I have to say, if you're going to ask me that question, I believe in regulation. I like a lot of regulation. I think it should be regulated. You break the crime, you're going to lose some rights. Sorry, that's just me.
Yeah.
I don't understand why one night of inconvenience for somebody who's committed a crime trumps the peace of mind of the community in which they live. Right. I don't get it.
Now, what do you think about that, Michelle?
Well, I mean, if it was based on facts, that would be okay. I would agree. I would be in agreement with that.
Okay.
However, it's not based on facts.
And we'll give you that. We'll give you that.
You need to have. It needs to be self-evident.
It's not based on facts.
No, it's based on the parent feeling a little more confident about their 14 and 15-year-old going trick-or-treating by themselves at night. That at least the ones that we know about are not legally able to be on the street. And that would make me feel a little bit more comfortable. And that's what it's about. And I'm sorry that someone didn't break down all the things that you were going to lose, Mr. Sex Offender, when you decided to do your deed. But this is the reality, based on your original decision on taking something from a woman or a child.
Is this even an issue?
It is.
It's an issue because the city of Lancaster had this ordinance, had to rescind it. The city of Palmdale had this ordinance, needed to rescind it. Michelle brought a legal action against the city of Lancaster, forcing them to rescind it. Okay? Am I right so far, Michelle?
Yes. However,
Okay.
I allowed them. They wanted. I allowed them to keep the Halloween ordinance, even though I knew. It was a negotiation tool.
It was a give and take. I understand. Okay? Because they took 20 other ordinances off. Okay?
Well, I could see how you'd want sex offenders wearing masks and giving kids candy and stuff like that.
Well, that's like Mayor Parris wanting to put parolees in pink too.
Mm. Well, I said paint
come
their
on.
front doors red, so...
Yeah.
Okay, so it didn't make... I did.
I want black and yellow caution tape.
I did. I suggested it a
On
long
regular
time ago.
parolees?
No, on the sex offender.
I do believe in second chances, though. I do
Yeah.
believe in second chances, and I believe in rehabilitation.
Mm-hmm.
But that's a tough one, guys. That's a tough
But
one.
It is a tough
away
one.
from
It
you
is a
and your
tough one
kids.
because the community has to be engaged in the rehabilitation. I mean, in 2007, the taxpayers voted for AB 900. I'm sure you're familiar with that one, Michael.
Oh, everybody knows AB 900.
Yeah, AB 900 was, $7.3 billion. That's what made the R in CDC, once again. Now, that R doesn't mean for recidivism. However, if we cannot branch, that bridge into the community, we're going to have a problem.
Okay. Speaking about recidivism, how is Richard Stein?
No, guys.
Richard's holding up.
Okay.
He's holding up.
He's due in court today?
He's in court today.
Okay. Have you spoken with him recently?
Yes, I have.
Okay.
Yes, I have.
Now there's a situation where his situation kind of shoots to hell recidivism.
Well, it shoots to the failures. It identifies the failures, what happened to him.
What?
Yes, what?
What happened to him?
Okay.
What happened to him?
What happened to
him?
Did she grab him or did he grab her?
Excuse me.
Because the system failed him?
Let's go prior to the incident.
Why do we need to go prior to the incident?
Because he never would have been homeless had it been for a parole agent that unnecessarily identified him as an AB 113 individual.
I get
he
all that.
He never would have been removed from his home.
I mean, I told you before that I get that whole thing, and I don't believe that they need to be homeless, but you still don't need to make that kind of choice. You can steal a bar, you could steal a Snicker from a 7-Eleven and get in jail.
Yeah.
And go back to jail. You don't need to do that.
What did he do? He robbed a girl.
No.
He robbed a girl.
No, he...
Oh, no.
Out of fear, okay, he put something to her back which led her to believe that it was a gun, and he forced her across the entire street.
To
go where?
That is true.
Okay.
To get her wallet? If you're robbing her, give me your wallet and you're gone. Not, let me put a pretend gun to your back and walk you across the street.
And he didn't know whether she had $1 or 50 cents or $10,000.
No, he did not.
Right, so you have to assume...
He's being accountable for what he did on the robbery, okay? But because he's a 290 offender, they attached another charge, kidnap with intent to rape.
Right.
That will not hold up.
Okay.
That will not hold up.
Okay.
I can guarantee you that.
Okay. I can guarantee he's going to go to prison.
Well, I can guarantee he's going to prison, too, and it's unfortunate. So, and that's why we're introducing
Well, I mean, he was
legislation.
homeless. He doesn't have a place to go anyway, so it's better that he goes to prison than back on the street.
Well, I mean, Angelina, you're beating me up here. My gosh,
No,
I feel the bruises coming.
No, you know what? She's not trying to beat you up, but she is expressing the sentiment of the community, okay? Because
however, if we had the resources there for the individuals, and CDCR does this, however, our local law enforcement websites, they don't have anything on reentry for the individuals, for where the resources are, for the agencies that will deal with the reentry population. That's why I'm trying to deal with law enforcement.
We don't have the resources to take care of people that haven't committed a crime.
Yes.
And I understand that, Michelle. I totally understand that. And you know what? Just as an example, as Angelina's talking, my phone's doing all kinds of stuff, okay?
Oh, good.
And a lot of people agree with what Angelina said, okay? A lot of people do.
And that's fine. And that's what I want to hear, because then I can base the legislation that we're introducing, like the tiered registry. We have more things to add to that. We have AB 218 that's being signed by the governor now. I mean, we have a lot in there. I've been up in Sacramento more than you know.
I agree, Michelle. I actually agree with a tiered registry. Okay, I do.
Oh, so does Steve Knight and Steve Fox. They both
I understand.
Do. Because it's cost effective. I mean, I'm trying to save the state money. We are.
I get that. I understand that. What I don't understand, though, is forgetting that across the nation, it's never been proven that even one registered sex offender has committed a sexual offense against a child on a Halloween night. And that's the statistic that you're talking about, right?
Correct.
Yeah, we're not sure on.
And you know what?
Wait a second. We are sure on, because Councilwoman Laura Betancourt, she's the crime analysis for LASD. She did the same research. Okay. And she came up behind me and said everything that I said at the Palmdale City Council was correct.
Okay, but doesn't it make sense to just say, just to be certain, so we can prevent a problem, let's just say they need to stay indoors? That's not terrible.
Oh, but wait
it isn't terrible.
Look at the cost. Look at the cost associated with that.
There is no cost. Stay in the house.
There's no cost. What do you mean there's no cost?
You don't have to buy any candy.
What do you mean there's no cost?
What cost?
Law enforcement.
They're working anyway.
You mean to have to monitor them?
Yes.
You know
I mean,
what?
I'd rather spend my tax dollars in a better way.
Well, you know what?
Cal City's not that big. They're driving around in their patrol units anyway.
Do what they do in Kentucky. Put a big sign on their front yard and let the neighborhood police their own self.
That works for me.
I think in South Carolina they'd put a lynching machine there.
In South Carolina?
Yeah, in South Carolina.
What did she say?
Okay. Well, okay. All right.
I
I think it's a good ordinance. I think locally our cities need to have that. I know it's a tough deal. I know it presents a risk of litigation. But on certain things, I think you got to go to the mat.
Well, we'll have to look at the constitutionality. There's a lot of cases out there, especially the Taylor case, the EJ case. A lot of things haven't been decided yet. And especially Deputy Attorney General Janet Neely said to these cities, do not adopt these ordinances.
Okay.
And now it's costing the cities.
California, now are you going to bring an action against Cal City?
I'm going to talk with the city attorney. The city attorney wants to speak with me. Okay. Wait a second, Angelina, don't put words in my mouth. Don't.
Okay, I won't put them in your mouth.
I do not like paperwork. Paperwork is unnecessary. Believe me, I know the judicial system frontwards and backwards.
Okay.
And I don't like the costs associated with it. And I don't think that the city of California City has the money to afford going up against us.
I understand.
There you want to save the taxpayers' money, but yet you turn around and sue cities.
Wait a second. I offered them. I did not threaten them with a lawsuit last night.
No, you didn't.
No, I did not.
It's like these people that roll around and go in with the tape measure and the mirror is a quarter inch too high in the bathroom for the ADA, so they shake down the business owner, and it basically seems to me like shaking down cities.
What mirror? What are you?
When does this ordinance go into effect? Right now?
The attorneys go around.
It's immediate.
Okay. And if everything isn't completely 100% in compliance with the ADA, they sue these businesses. And they shake them down. They threaten them to sue them with a lawsuit that they can't afford.
So they might make it through this Halloween, Michelle, even if you were to bring a legal action against them.
Not as far as being able to enforce the ordinance, because I will be speaking to Lisa Green's office, who's the Kern County DA. I was on the phone with them yesterday.
Okay.
Because the district attorney's office has to approve an ordinance when there's a penalty attached. And there was no approval out of Kern County.
Okay. I still applaud Cal City.
Absolutely.
All right? I really do.
And I don't hear a whole lot of stuff that's great out of Cal City, to be honest. So I'm
Cal City, and I have to say this, I enjoy their golf course, okay? But I don't enjoy watching all the guys peeing, next to their golf carts.
Well, that's subjective.
Excuse me? Michael, that'll put you on the registry.
It will.
Yeah.
You will become a registered sex offender.
I take a picture of you for peeing in public. That will put you on the registry. And California has a lifetime. So if you golf, Michael, make sure that you make it to the bathroom.
Michelle, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Is your favorite movie Shawshank Redemption?
No.
All right, I just wanted to know.
No.
Michelle, we talked about it. If you've got to go relieve yourself by a trash can at 2 a.m. at a freeway rest area and you get caught, you're in trouble, okay?
That's terrible.
And that's a dumb law. I get it, though. And that portion
There's
is dumb.
163.
Okay.
There's 163 laws that will put you on the sex offender registry in California.
Okay. But in California, if you can limit the size of a magazine and a rifle because it may save a life, you can certainly lock up a registered sex offender and put them on lockdown in their house.
I think that's a great argument for those people that don't want their bullets limited.
But the thing is that these individuals, okay, 7%, and I was wrong on my figures yesterday or last night with Cal City. 7% is only strangers. The remaining ones is all family or associates.
But being that they're strangers,
7%.
We don't know. It doesn't matter. What am I supposed to do? Walk down the street with my little 6-year-old granddaughter and say, that one might be safe, that one might be safe. Oh, no, maybe not that one. I mean, so what? A stranger is a stranger. There's a potential out there. And what if you're tired of messing with your family members and you decide to go with strangers now? You got a history.
So you got to convince. You guys are killing me. So we have a convicted sex offender, all right? So let's look at the breakdown. What happened when they come out of the institution? Because they were talking about this last night too, and I brought a report because their report. It was like, well, where's the CDCR 2012 outcome report on recidivism? 1.9%. 1.9% is for a new sex crime.
I understand, but
3.5% is for a new failure to register.
okay.
Now, Steve and we have talked about.
What about drug-related charges? What about robbery? What about burglary? What about grand theft auto?
Violent and serious offenders fit right in the same category as the lowest of the offenders of recidivating.
Okay, but a big part of that recidivism rate is the fact that if it's not a new sex crime, it doesn't fall into that category.
Right.
It's a technical violation.
Okay.
They have 86.9% technical violation
Robbery's
rate.
not technical violation.
Oh, robbery's, if it's a new crime.
Yeah.
If it's a new crime. But when they're doing the pie of recidivism, which California has 70%, that's pretty bad. The success is not on rearrest. The success should be to discharge at probation and parole.
Well, we're trying to get them not to discharge.
Amen to that.
Pardon?
We're trying to get them not to discharge.
You're trying to get them not to discharge?
Yeah.
I'm sure a couple of people said that about me too.
No. Okay. No, Michelle. Hey, I want to thank you for calling in. We got to take a break.
Thanks, Michelle.
On this topic,
Always lively.
we don't agree, but I'm always happy to debate it with you.
Yeah.
All right.
We may not agree, but that's what it's all about.
Sometimes
right.
we
Thanks,
get
Michelle.
what she's saying.
Yeah, sometimes we do. That's true, and there have been some times that we've agreed.
Not this one, though.
Yeah, but not this
Michelle
one.
cares about the people, and she wants everybody.
Not the
she
right
doesn't
ones.
want. Well,
No,
she cares about everybody, right, Michelle?
I do. But Michael, let me say this. What organization do you work with?
The Michael Stein organization.
Okay. Well, Michael, let me say this. These individuals, when they commit a crime, they paid their debts to society, whether they went through probation or they went into an institution, into a prison institution. All right?
Yep.
They paid their debt to society, and when they come home, the first thing that they're going to need is a job.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
They do not want to live on GR.
But we also need to have cognitive thought, and it's just
We
not.
do.
It's very similar to like when blacks couldn't vote, and then all of a sudden slavery ended, and it's like, oh, everything's great now. We can do everything. Well, it doesn't change. Certain people, you have to realize that they still might have the issue of doing that again. I realize they pay their debt to society, but you also have cognitive thought where, hey, look, this might happen again. And other statistics have proven that it repeats itself.
Exactly, and that's why they're schooled in there on cognitive behavior, and then they're transitioned out into our organization here in the AV East Current Second Chance, and cognitive behavior is part of our curriculum.
Well, that's good. You're talking about you want more rehabilitation for the sex offenders.
I want more transitional programs.
Yeah, that's good. Transitional programs, rehabilitation, because it
exactly
it is a.
We do it in the institution.
Well, let that proceed, and then maybe there's a criteria after they've proven certain amount of years. Maybe they can get some of the rights back, but until then.
Oh, they do. After 7 years, we do the certificates of rehabilitation.
Great. Well, before the 7 years up, then they can't trick or treat them. That's my opinion.
Well, not all sex offenders are eligible for a certificate of rehabilitation. If you want to get to that population.
No trick or treating for
Oh, the music's coming.
All
we
right.
got to take a break.
Michelle, we got to go. Thank you.
All right, take
okay,
care,
have
guys.
a great
Thanks.
day. You're listening to AV Newscast on News Talk Radio 1380, and we'll be right back.
There's a school in Palmdale that's become the talk of the town. It's called the Guidance Charter School, and many parents say it's magical. The Guidance Charter School is WAS certified, scored 783 in academic performance, and has an educational curriculum that exceeds what the state of California recommends. The curriculum is enriched through age-appropriate exposure for information technology, arts, foreign language such as Arabic, and physical education. The Guidance Charter School is now going to have a full CIF sports program with soccer, basketball, track, cheerleading, and more. They're an open enrollment Independent school, publicly funded, and have been in business for 12 years. Fully approved by Palmdale School District. The Guidance Charter School has small class sizes such as 20 students in grades K through 3, 25 in 4 through 8, and just 30 students in grades 9 through 12. Call the Guidance Charter School in Palmdale today at 661-272-1701. That's the Guidance Charter School in Palmdale, 661-272-1701. And check out their website at thegcs.org. A better high school choice.
Can you tell if the leftovers from this dinner party are beginning to grow bacteria that could lead to severe diarrhea, vomiting, and stomach cramps? Listen. Can't, can you? You can't see it either. Make sure your leftovers are as safe as they are delicious. Get them into the refrigerator as soon as possible and transfer them into shallow containers. Spoiled leftovers can make you very sick, or worse. 1 in 6 Americans will get sick from food poisoning this year, and roughly 3,000 will die. But you can keep your family safer by chilling food promptly and properly. Learn more about this and other important information. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov. That's foodsafety.gov. A public service announcement brought to you by the U.S. Department of Agriculture, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
Welcome back to AVNewsCast.com on News Talk 1380. Angelina, she's getting furious.
Shauna just told me I'm going to be up late tonight.
No,
you are. How come?
Yeah, because she's up two more levels on Candy Crush.
She plays it legally, though.
Yeah,
I play it legally.
No, you're
like
card your way to the top.
You're like the baseball player that shoots up the steroids.
You don't have any idea what it takes. The pull from. I hear the music. This woman with the Candy Crush. It made me like, wow. Yeah, I'm going to be up late because of Shauna. And now I see he's on like level 130, 270.
You know what? Michael, do you play that thing at all?
No, I reserve that for my kids.
Me too. Yeah.
I'm still
She's
young
a kid.
enough to get away with it.
I gotta say something.
I can't get into that
I gotta start something here. You know, for everybody listening here at the station, it's a great setup. No one told me we're going to be doing a show in a phone booth today.
Yeah.
This is great.
Yeah.
And I've been listening to you guys, and I think I got your cadence down.
Yeah.
I've been listening to your cadence and the way
break it down.
The way you and Steve interact. There's a tempo to it, and then Jeffrey has his tempo. And for example, like Steve has really harsh segues. Yeah. He segues in. So, for example, harsh. I'll give you an example. Angelina, when I point to you, you say, "That's nice." Okay, I'll be Steve. Today, they'll be donating 10%. The Girl Scouts will be to the Antelope Valley needy.
That's nice.
5 burnt bodies found in Aqua Dulce.
Yes.
There's just no space there. It's like bam, and then on to the next thing.
Yep.
And Angelina, you have your thing where you discover where you don't. You're talking about politics, like medical stuff. She'll give you all kinds of medical background, but then when something in politics, and she'll hit the zenith of like, I don't know where I'm at. It'll be like, well, just fix the thing with the thing. That's what they need to do.
Just fix it.
And
they got money someplace.
And Jeffrey's sitting back there.
Yeah.
He listens to both of them, and he's like, just daydreaming about, I wish I was back in the 80s playing Atari and eating Pop Rocks.
Did we tell everyone that Michael was a stand-up comedian? I don't think we shared that.
No. It is a very small room in here.
It is.
It is
Can't
very
help
small.
but be intimate.
It's very intimate.
It is very intimate.
Now, if you guys tune in online to the radio show, you'd see the Night at the Improv kind of setup they had there. Where's that studio?
That studio was in Lancaster and has now moved to the East Palmdale.
Yeah. Okay. Now you guys said you're moving to the high school.
Yes. Yeah, but
that's where the
here's the
studio
thing. Problem with that right now is we're set there, but the technology in this building is still back in the 90s.
Fred Flintstone.
So they can't seem to catch up to us. We're working on it. but they just can't seem to get there yet.
You know, I think we should have a party here in Palmdale. I think we ought to get Ledford on the phone. What do you think?
Ooh.
Let's call him up. And if anybody wants to ask some questions, why don't you call 661-266-4420.
How does he know the number so quick?
I don't know.
It's right above you guys. Come on.
Hey.
Let's watch through the changes and let's get the mayor on the phone and have a party here. It's Antelope Valley, everybody. Wake up. Let's have a good time. Let's get the mayor on the phone.
And here we go. Seriously, 10% to Girl Scouts? Stein time. Laugh out loud. My phone's going now. Okay? Hey, the Girl Scouts are looking for 10%.
Well, they can get 10% at Abadak.
Hey.
Oh, you know what I forgot to mention? I don't know if you were listening on your way over here, but it was very funny. Somebody popped into Abadak this morning, okay? Before the Abadak wholesale showroom store was open. All right? I went up there. I said, hi, can I help you with something? Is Michael here? No. No? Did you think he was going to be here? Yeah, I heard he was going to be here. I'm on my way to work. I wanted to meet him.
Why the heck's he get groupies? we don't have any groupies. We got nothing.
You guys have groupies. I'm telling. I went out to dinner with Angelina and Steve last night, and I listened to them bickering over politics, and that's entertaining stuff. And I think that basically that's where you should take your show. You know, is you guys should have like 10 minutes of just you guys debating, and you know you should have a little sound guy over here should be like ding ding, and you guys would just go for it, you know, because that's entertaining stuff. And we talked about all the things across the board. We talked about healthcare and racism, and you have a diverse group here. You have African American, you have different religions.
Who's that?
Who's that?
Who dat?
You know, we do it, but we bring a different. Everybody brings kind of a different view and a different thing to whatever the topic is. Sometimes we don't agree. Sometimes we do agree. More frequently,
more
we
times
don't.
we agree, but when Steve's off the air, just keeping it real.
Oh, you know what? You know what?
Just keeping it real.
What she's saying is, I say one thing here and then off, and that is not true.
You guys fight fair, though, and that was nice. And then at the end of the day, we talked about a lot of heavy issues, but it was actually very nice at the end. And that's the way I like it. And it's no mystery. We all work together, the three of us. And that's why, I like that. That's the way I live my life. I name my company Abadak, which is an acronym, stands for A Better Atmosphere Dedicating All Kind. And that's...
I was wondering about that.
Yeah. And that's why I like the fact that we have a group of people that are working together that have that mentality where it's a rainbow coalition where, last night
diversity.
we were just... diversity. And it's not like we go to work every day and go, Abadak, a better atmosphere of all kinds. It's like... It's just there, and that's the kind of people who like working with each other. And we were talking about that. Topical is the Dodgers are having a gay and lesbian night, which is related. See, that's one of the things I do on the radio. Whenever when I do Stein Time, I'm calling up, and I'll be like, post-Einsteinian quantum mechanics, which is kind of like eating Jell-O, and then the analogy is like just totally off. But that's my thing, guys. But
I like the question, though. And Michael, what organization are you with?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought that was nice.
Michelle,
she doesn't listen to us much, huh? She doesn't listen to us much.
All the time.
I like
Except
Michelle.
Fridays?
She's standing up for people. She wants everybody to have rights, and it in all fairness, I'm sure Michelle would agree, it is a slight esoteric type cause celeb, but I think that she is her heart's in the right place, and she's just going for what she believes. Right, guys?
Yeah, she's definitely going hard for what she believes.
I just don't understand
to me,
what she believes.
It's like the public defender, okay? And being the public defender, and your client is guilty, and he murdered an entire house, and you're still going to get up and say he's innocent.
Absolutely.
And try to give him a defense.
He gets rights.
I have a problem with that.
He did it 9 times, but so what? It was in his family.
He's
not a danger to you.
I have a problem with this guy, Richard
fault.
Stein.
We gave
I have
him
a problem with that registered sex offender that's going to run up $150,000 or $200,000 bill in legal costs that we're paying for when you already know he's guilty. I have a problem with that.
Oh, yeah, totally.
Okay? I really do.
But you can't do anything about that because the justice system, he does have to have his rights. He does.
Yeah.
I mean, because we'd be horrible.
I understand. But where's the victim's rights?
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's what I have a problem with. Let's take a quick break and we'll be right back. You're listening to the #1 news talk radio show in the Antelope Valley AVNewsCast.
Hi, folks. I'm Chuck Simons, a realtor with Keller Williams. Are you finding yourself buried in your house payment, completely stressed out and don't know what to do? Please listen to what I'm about to tell you. First, understand that you are not the only one that's having problems. Many folks in the Antelope Valley are going through the same thing. What's most important right now is that you take control. Just because you've been turned down for a loan modification or received a notice of default doesn't mean you can't be in control. You own the property still. You can be in control, and I can help. I know how stressful it is. I know what it is to be in the dark on this. I've helped a lot of people in the Antelope Valley, but you have to take action. Call me, Chuck Simons, at 661-350-1006. I want to help you. My team and I will meet with you for free, and we'll go over your options. Don't just sit back, bury your head, and lose your house to foreclosure. I can help you, but you have to call. 661-350-1006. Together, we'll draw up a roadmap to relieving the stress. Just because you're not able to make the payments on your house doesn't mean you don't have options. You do. I can and I will help you negotiate a short sale with your bank. I'll explain all the benefits and how you can rebuild your credit. Call me, Chuck Simons, at 661-350-1006. Let's solve your problems together today.
AVNewsCast.com comes to News Talk 1380 every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday morning from 8 to 9. Discover what's news in the Antelope Valley.
This isn't your grandpa's talk radio.
It sure isn't. We're going to be live, edgy, and we're not going to pull any punches. Hi, this is Steve Benson from AVNewsCast.com. Join me and my co-host Jeff Sheldon live on News Talk 1380 every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday morning from 8 to 9. We're taking all the technology from AVNewsCast.com and bringing it to News Talk Radio 1380. You can catch us on the radio, and you can watch our live video stream on your computer or smartphone. So call in and let's talk about what's affecting you in the Antelope Valley.
Welcome back to AVNewsCast.com on News Talk 1380.
Hey, Michael, have you heard us talking on the show about a birthing tourism program that the Antelope Valley Hospital is going to have?
Yeah, I did hear about that. But real quick, I have to comment on Angelina's Sparklets bottle with a straw. There is a 5-gallon...
That
one's Jeff.
That's the original.
Oh, did you start this?
That's the original.
What's with people walking around with 5-gallon straw? You know, it's like a keg of beer but water, and like I'm so healthy. And then Angelina gets fried calamari at dinner last night.
Oh,
it's kind of like raking leaves in the wind.
Yes,
you heard about that issue, didn't you? To save money, a lot of places are not using squid.
What are they using? Stop playing.
Pig rectum.
Well,
honest to goodness.
And you heard it on our show.
Yep.
Well, it's tender.
And there you have it.
It's true. A lot of places are.
Okay.
Well, I eat chitlins. So.
We've gone to the other end. Okay.
The other end.
Perfect. Okay, that's just
it's
perfect.
true.
You know, Michael, but Jeff does carry that bottle around, and so does Angelina, and they'll take it to wherever they go. Yeah. It's unreal to me.
It's enough water to supply a water buffalo.
It is.
It is amazing.
I actually have a callus on my finger from this jug.
Is it you? Do you do curls with that thing?
He could.
There's an alloyed handle attached to that thing. It's amazing, guys. You know what? It says it's 100 ounces.
It actually measures out to 110.
If you put soda in that thing, Bloomberg would have a heart attack.
Oh.
He drinks a third soda and the rest.
There's Diet Cola up to here, and then the rest is ice and carbonated water.
And I hear him explaining that three times a day to three different people.
Yeah.
Hey, let's grab a call. Hi, you're on live on News Talk Radio.
Good morning, guys. It's Nia.
Hi,
Nia. Hey, how are you?
Hi, how are you doing? And were you Michael, were you referring to what we call the bladder buster?
Oh, yes.
That Jeff carries around?
That's what it is. I'm surprised these guys are not going to the bathroom 2 times a day.
I need a catheter.
Every 2 seconds.
Yep.
Sorry, I was driving when Michelle called in, but I just like you said, you have to have your differences, but I don't understand where she's coming from. I'm sorry, 1% is too much.
Yeah. Amen.
I agree 100%.
And yes, they have. I don't feel safe taking my children out trick-or-treating because if you turn your back, it only takes 1 second for a child to be snatched inside of a house.
Yeah, totally.
Mm-hmm. And I'm sorry, but I don't agree with what she's saying. I mean,
but that never happens.
Has their rights. I understand that, but I can't,
Most of the community feels the same way you do.
The rights of somebody that's committed a crime trumps your rights as an upstanding citizen.
Exactly.
That's what it is.
Exactly. And Michael, thank you so much for everything that you're doing for the community.
Oh, we love it. We were having a good time doing it. Our pleasure.
Okay. And I'm sorry, I was driving, you guys. I was texting Jeff, but I was driving, and I didn't.
Got that knee on the steering wheel, and yep.
Yeah, I had to pull over real quick.
Well, thanks, Nia.
Thank
But
you.
I just wanted, to get that in, and I want you guys to have a good day.
You
and
too.
I'm always listening. I'm a groupie.
Yay!
Thanks, Neil.
Okay, you have a good day.
You
Bye.
too. Now, should I do a harsh segue?
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead.
Huh?
Do it.
No. I can't do it on command now.
Oh.
That's a
He's
problem.
got performance
You better fix
anxiety.
that.
Yeah, I better fix that really quick.
You better fix
I'm in
that.
trouble.
Hound Lauren.
Oh!
The nuns will be having a
are
meeting
you
today.
kidding me?
Pizza Hut blows up.
Yep.
Now play with me.
Angelina?
Play with me.
What?
Play with me if you want to.
Yeah, somebody get me the license plate of that black Nissan outside, okay? Because I want to read it on the air, okay? I got a couple of deputies that want that license
Go
plate.
to your segue.
Okay. In fact, I can text them directly.
All right.
Uh-huh. We could do that.
I just can't believe that actually, and in all fairness to Michelle, but, I mean, the people vote on this, and then it stands, doesn't it? Or is that not how it works?
You know what? You're pretty close. But then what happens is Michelle and her group of legal attorneys bring an action against the city and force the city, because what they're doing technically is unconstitutional, so she forces them to rescind it.
Where in the Constitution does it say that you have to have regulations on people that have created some offenses?
You're infringing on their rights to participate in whatever they
Well,
want
I guess
to do.
that's a gray area, because then you get into, that's why you need legal action, because then anything, that could be construed in both ways. And that's why you need to bring lawyers in, and then it
That's
makes
why
them
they make
$400 an
money.
hour.
Exactly.
And she is partially right that Cal City doesn't have the money to throw it up there to defend a legal action. It's going to be very expensive. They're having problems of their own.
Mm-hmm.
I get that, and I'm sure that's going to be her threat.
It's a shakedown.
Yeah.
But if she's able to do it to much larger cities, she can easily do it to Cal City.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? But I think they'll make it through this Halloween.
Yeah.
Well, now she has
I think
her
they
way.
will. Okay?
Well, the city of Palmdale, Lancaster, Antelope Valley, it's being cleaned up, right? I was driving in here yesterday. I think they do need one thing to really get this city turned around is plants.
You said that last night.
Yeah, they need grass. That's all you need, some sod and some irrigation. And you're going to start to sell those houses. I say that Mayor Leffert ought to do something about that big lake out there with the windmill. Get some houses built around there. Do the capitalistic thing. Put some grass up there. Sell some waterfront property. Come on, guys, let's do it.
That's the Fin and Feather Club. That's a fishing club by membership.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what?
And it's just
houses around there. Houses around there would be cool. There's no question about it.
But
you got to chop down the cypress trees, put some oaks and some grass.
Okay.
I'm so sick to death of tan. I'm right
Tan?
with you. I need some green. I go to the south, and it's like...
You drive over that 14 freeway, and then you start to see some grass. People are like, oh, it's nice.
What? Now,
All you need is grass, guys. I'm telling you.
Now, a lot of people... Water is a premium up here. It's more valuable, Michael, than air itself. There are people, believe it or not, there are people that... just a husband and wife live in a 2-bedroom home. They have no kids there. Their water bill's $1,000 a month.
Let me tell you something. When the Jews took over Israel, it was a napkin. It was so dry. Those guys built the state-of-the-art irrigation system. They turned a place the size of California into an oasis. We can do this. We're Americans, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ledford.
Okay.
Call him up. Let's get him on the phone.
I
Poor
love
Jim.
it. I love it. He's gonna be like, "What's going? Why am I getting it?"
You know what? I got to wake up and turn on the radio and hear this.
Yeah.
You know? Really? Get Benson on speed dial. Uh-huh.
I think that he's a man of the people.
Yeah, no, he
I've
totally
heard
is.
him, I think that, it's good to get in touch with him. I think we should talk to him.
About building waterfront homes?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And put some grass in Palmdale.
And put some... What they're trying to do is conservation. They're trying to get people to do low maintenance, everything on their house, to save water and save money.
To have that
That's
Arizona
what they're-
look.
Yeah.
What?
To have the Arizona look.
Kind of.
Mhm.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Actually, a little better. They don't want to see the white rock, front yard.
Mhm.
Hey, but, yeah, something. It's better. That's what they're working on.
Succulents. A lot of succulents all over the place.
Plants,
It's really
okay.
pretty.
I think we should have some people call up and give us some ideas on how to expand and make the Antelope Valley area flourish. Call us at 661-266-4420.
Okay, real quick, I have a couple of people that wanted me to bring up this birthing tourism problem. Okay?
Yes.
They're having an issue with it. They know that we had the CEO, the chairman of the hospital, on the show. They listened to what he had to say, and their response basically to me was this. It's not his hospital. He doesn't get to make the decision.
Well, he's not
that
doing it by
hospital
himself.
belongs to the people of the Antelope Valley, and they don't want it.
Yeah.
Now, what they wanted
so
me to-
throw him some money so he can keep his doors open. I mean, that's ridiculous.
a lot of people say bringing women over here, okay?
Yeah, well, we know
bringing
what they
them
should.
over here just to make money, and immediately allowing these children to become citizens of the United States.
All the
is
rights
wrong,
and privileges.
Okay? They are saying it's wrong. Now, they did bring a whole Chinese tourism group to the hospital, gave them a tour. Okay? Gave them a tour. And I even hear that tour going to the hospital was escorted by LA County Sheriff's
escort.
deputies.
Yep.
Okay? And walked them through the hospital to give them a tour.
Yeah.
And that was orchestrated with the
It
hospital
sounds like
and
the
the
end
city.
of segregation.
Well, yeah, it does, doesn't it?
I mean, it's ridiculous.
Okay.
The
I have a
federal
solution.
government's already said that it's okay. So if you got an issue, talk to the feds, first of all. Second of all, this hospital has a responsibility to the people to keep the doors open. So they need to think outside of the box to be able to provide services to whomever that would help them to keep them doors open.
What do you think, Michael?
Whenever you're on the precipice of a problem, there's a good question to ask yourself, and that is it good for me? Is it good for you? Is it good for the greater good? Now, just keep that in mind. Let's go on to the next thing. If we can generate revenue off of this and do a good deed at the same time, and it's good for me, and it's good for you, and it's good for the greater good, I think it's an open and shut case. Next question.
Amen, my brother. Where you been?
Okay. We said that. Look, we had the doctor on the show.
Yep.
We talked about that.
Yep.
Okay. I didn't like the way he wrapped it around the humanitarian effort.
You didn't say that when he was here.
Okay.
You gotta have me on the phone.
What do you mean?
You were like, oh.
No, if you play back the show, I even said to him, "You're wrapping it this way. You're wrapping it this way, and it makes it look sweeter." And I even said that to him on the show.
I recall
Okay.
that.
See? Yeah, see, but she just wants to change it around to make me look bad. Okay? And
my
she knows
job.
it too.
It's my
okay?
job.
Yeah, it is. Uh-huh. And all the listeners are going, "Oh, Angelina's right." And then, it's out of control.
You'll know when she's wrong because she'll be just like, you just need to fix the thing with the thing.
Yeah. When she's wrong, she gets really quiet quickly.
And I gotta think.
And she's got to think
Think
of
out of
how
it.
she can backpedal out of it. Okay? Happens all the time.
Whatever.
What? See? What? And that's a word
There
I
it
hate,
is.
by the way.
Oh.
That's just a really not nice word. Just so
Yeah,
that you know.
it's a verbal middle finger.
Is it?
It is.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. I didn't
it
learn
absolutely
that
is.
in my house.
We got about 2 minutes left in the show, and that's it. It will be nice. Michael, you're going to come back around Thanksgiving, right?
Yeah, we're going to do the tarp giveaway downtown L.A., and I think we should team up with the other companies out here in the Antelope Valley area, and we should do the same thing up here in Palmdale.
Well, actually, Grace Resource Center wants to team up. You actually donated a $4,000 canopy to them a week and a half ago. Okay. They provide more services to the homeless population in the Antelope
I
Valley
love
than
Grace
anybody else.
Resources.
Up here in the Antelope Valley, there are 7,000 homeless people right now, right here, sleeping in the desert or wherever they can. 400 of them are all children.
Under 18,
Okay.
yeah.
Under
Crazy.
18. Okay. That's a huge homeless population in the Antelope Valley.
I say it all the time when I call you up on Fridays, but if there's other companies out here that want to collaborate and want to do something big for Thanksgiving and try to help the community, call up Abadak and let's get together and do it.
Well, there you have it.
There you go.
Yeah. Now let's see people step up, though.
Yeah.
Because everyone talks about it.
We'll give
I've
the
heard-
most.
Well, there's
we
a
will
lot
give
of
the
people
most.
that listen.
You don't have to go crazy like us, but let's join us. And there's restaurants, there's other things we can do, and we'll do the most.
I hear everybody talking. Everybody wants to do something, but now you gotta
your
step
money
up
where your
and
mouth
do
is,
it.
yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
We'll promote you guys too. We'll make sure it's quid pro quo. I mean, this is not all about just giving. You have to get something for it too, because that's what makes the world go round. So we'll do quid pro quo. We'll promote your business. We'll do what we can do.
All right. Just contact Abadak. All right. Next time you come out, though, we'll be in another studio, and people will actually be able to see you and watch you, and all of us. Okay, and the neat
Also-
thing about it is we can see them too.
Real quick, a week from this Friday, Sean Spector from Gamefly will be on, and I said we're going to do that once a month. So he will have a good announcement on the show.
My son's losing his mind about that.
So that's a week, not this Friday, next Friday.
All right, I just got a text that one of the local Boy Scout troops, Troop 111, is in to help with us with the homeless.
Beautiful.
Okay, they're listening to the show right now. They said we're in.
Beautiful.
All right,
Awesome.
that's nice. Have a wonderful day. Thanks for making us the #1 News Talk Radio show.
The following